in this video I want to talk about a new crazy neighbor. I mentioned something in another video. I don't know if I posted it. It was right after 4th of July. Well, this actually happened on the 4th of July, but this isn't the same story, or wasn't the main story. That something has happened since then. I don't know what's going on here, but they're filming or something. Weird. Okay, I pulled over after that to see what the heck, because something big's going on. It might be that the roof had just the roof had gotten torn off that house from a storm we had last night. It was actually, I heard lightning. It sounded like it hit a house or something nearby, so that might have been it, you know. Okay, back to the crazy neighbor story. This one happened, like I said, started on 4th of July. I had gone outside and to see, it was like 9 o'clock, to see if the fireworks were started. You know, we can see them in the distance. And I saw it, I don't know when, I can't remember when Adam came out, but he saw it, part of it too. It was very strange. Okay, it's basically, there was a woman standing next to a car, you know, kind of at the curve of the road, the other curve. And she was just standing there, and she seemed, you know, she wasn't close enough that I would be able to recognize her now. But she was acting weird. Kind of like she was jumping around or something, whether she was anxious or she was happy. Whatever it was, you know, gave me a weird feeling. Okay, I don't know about Adam, I'll have to ask him, but yeah, he did say something was odd about the whole situation. And it seemed something was sinister. I don't know, you know, I don't know. I just picked up something wasn't right, you know, the way she was acting. Well, the next thing I knew, here comes this, what is the word, tow truck that has the long bed on it, and they put the car on top of the bed, not just kind of leaning, but on top, the whole car goes on top. Well, one comes just barreling around the other corner in a neighborhood, 4th of July, kids are out, adults are out, you know, grandkids are out, whatever. That, you know, I got a little annoyed that, you know, I got ticked off. You don't go that fast around the corner, then down our street, and kept going around the other corner where she was. And right after the tow truck went by, there comes this other, I don't think it was just a regular truck, or yeah, I think it was. And it went to the next door neighbor that used to be the crazy neighbor, but they moved and somebody else moved in. And apparently, as the story went, it was somebody was dropping something off to them, but that other truck backed up to load up her car and block them into that driveway. That was a different scene, though. So now, it was like, I have never seen a tow truck get a car, and it had to go like straight up. The guy got out and put it on there. It was done so fast. I've never seen something like that happen. And the woman was still doing this weird action, you know, and she never went back in the house. Nobody in the house came out, nothing. And there were other cars there, okay? So it seemed like it was something that was in such a rush. And so they finally got that woman's car on the tow truck. I don't know what happened to her, okay, whether she went with the tow truck or what. But that other neighbor was kind of getting a little ticked off, you know. So it was a really weird situation right there all around. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, this tow truck, 4th of July night, you know, by that time it was around 9:30, and Adam was sitting there going, what is going on in that house, you know? And I couldn't even tell you what those neighbors look like. I don't know them, anything. I don't even know their ethnicity. I think they're Caucasian. I don't know their race. But I've been by there, you know, when I used to walk in the neighborhood until I fell and hurt my knees, which are getting better, finally. But I used to walk a lot by there, and something about them, I wouldn't look at them, because something was like, I don't know, it just, something seemed weird, like, kind kind of like, they drive by every once in a while, wave at me, and like I said, I still wouldn't be able to tell you that if they were standing in front of me who they are. But the guy they would both give a little look like, how do you put it? Like they're seeing you as their next predator, both the man and the woman. Okay, and I would say they were in their 30s. But like I say, I don't really know because I wouldn't recognize them from my face. But just something was always like odd about them. Seriously. Okay, but the question to me about this time was, why was it such a hurry? And whose car was that? And, who was that woman? Because she did not look like the woman that I've seen. And I'm saying this because the woman I've seen has long black hair. And it's kind of like, not big hair, but it's pretty thick hair. And it's pretty, And from what I gathered when they just passed by, that she is, and he's nice looking. But like I said, I wouldn't know him. It's kind of strange, I know. But see, I often wear my readers and out instead of my regular glasses, and anything I see through I can drive with my readers, but it's kind of blurry. So I would have like a distorted kind of image of the way the person's face looks. Okay, so that'll make it make a little more sense. Okay, anyway, so I've been wondering what's going on. Well, something a little bit happened after that, but I got to see where it's going. I don't know. It kind of reminded me of that time that I was. It was a Friday night or something, and I was driving around a different part of the neighborhood. Not really that attached. It's not where I can see this stuff going on where I live, but I told that story one time before about that I was driving through, I do videos and stuff, and there was this one that went down to a cul-de-sac, which ours is a cul-de-sac too, but around the other curve. I keep saying curve. Anyway, so I was driving through there, and my clothes, the safety belt and my top and everything I was trying to fix. So I pulled into this area, and it was a cul-de-sac. Well, I thought, well, okay, I can stop here at the end of it, which was just some woods with my door locked, and I could, nope, it doesn't face any houses. There's only 3 houses on that part of the road, none on the other side, on one side of the street, nothing on the other side of the street. So, I figured I could do that and not be bothered. Nobody would see me. But I did see a woman. She was standing in front of the middle house. And the last house wasn't even built yet. Hadn't finished being built. Okay, and anyway, I pulled up in there, and, just facing the woods in an open field, and to fix my shirt. And the next thing I know, there's this woman that was in that middle house, had gotten in her car and driven up next to me and had me blocked in. And she was, I'd say in her 30s. What is it with people in 30s? I got a story behind people in their 30s, though. I do think I was in my 30s at one point, that when you're in your 30s, your hormones are going crazy, and situations in your life are definitely crazy, or can be, or somebody they're crazy. But anyway, this woman, she was a white woman that had, I know you've probably seen her. They have this type. They have a very round face, round body, and they just, too many times I've seen this, that they have an anger. Their face always looks angry, and very pale skin. Anyway, so she was, I looked over like, what the, she looked at me like, what the? And the thing about it is, I immediately had this feeling that she had a cheating husband. I'm telling you, that was my immediate thought. And she was wondering if I was some woman driving by looking to see if he was home. I think when she looked at me, she saw that I'm, in my 50s, or could tell at least, maybe, that she just, she shook her head. And I'm like, pointing at her, would you move? And I started, going ahead and backing up, even though had me kind of blocked in. So she moved, and she went real slow, and she kept staring at her rearview mirror at me. And I don't remember if I was just, waving my hand in a not polite way or something. I don't think I did that, but yeah. You know what I mean? And so I got through there, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, you don't own a road. First of all, people in the suburb I live in, that part of the suburb, they do think they own everything, you know, and you don't own a road, you don't own the cul-de-sac, you don't own that whole area, so none of that. So I kind of got a feeling like she had a husband that was cheating on her. And this just could be my thought, but I don't know, it was weird. Okay, I should probably wrap it up, even though I've made this kind of suggestion in a pointed direction here. That first woman, the woman that was having her car picked up and was bouncing around and looked like she was either nervous or happy or crazy. Now at the end of our road, you know, on 4th of July, would you think that maybe something like that happened? You know, something tied to, you know, the husband cheating and stuff like that, because it was kind of weird as it was. I don't know, how would you see that situation? You know, a lot of us are like highly sensitive people, maybe, you know, some empath. How would you pick up on something like that? Leave a comment below, and I'm going to continue this video and, you know, continue this on another video to be put up on another day, or maybe later today, I don't know. But leave a comment below, like, subscribe, share, comment if you want, and if you want to subscribe, click the circle and watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. I'm going to go in there and go shopping and get it done and over with. Talk to you on another video. Bye.